Sure, I'll play you another tune, but it'll cost you an apple. Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
Good morning, welcome back, happy Saturday. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I'm Kavi, you're playing Genshin Impact. Sorry, I just noticed on my, okay, must have just been like a temporary glitch. But like for my streaming schedule, it had my times like tripled and quadrupled, and I was like, interesting that it says I'm streaming like 5 times at 11 a.m. Didn't know it could do that. Hey Lee, happy Saturday. All right. Oof. Let's see, man. So I'm gonna continue the main story.
Come on,
in
traveler,
Azuma.
let's go.
Trying to remember.
Full of lost ballads
I don't
just
feel like I
waiting
did
to
a
be
whole lot
rediscovered.
before I paused to do story quests. So there's that. I know I didn't meet the Shogun, so that's good. Hey, thank you for the raid. Always appreciated. We're gonna see how this goes today. It's been a long time since I've played the main story quest.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
But I'm a hero. Don't I just get a seat for free? Can I be like an influencer?
Wait! We're not the general public.
Exactly, Paimon knows.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
I mean, that's fair. Our clothes are different.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
Here's our invitation letter.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma.
The best of us.
It seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
I just flashed to Transformers. No.
In which case, welcome to the Komore Teahouse, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Okay, but you were like super rude 2 seconds ago.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Okay. Let's meet up with Toma.
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma?
That is the question.
Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Look at the doggo. Oh, he's so cute. With his little top and his little headband.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
Can Toma turn into a dog?
What? Is that dog talking to us?
I feel like he's behind the counter. I feel like this is a switch and bait.
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
Wait, no, Wait, what? He can turn into it. I like him even more now if this is true.
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Damn it!
All right,
I was gonna like him
had
so
my
much
fun.
more if he could turn into a dog. Toma, you would have been so much cooler. Like, I love you anyway. But you would have been so much cooler if you could be a dog. Because dogs are the best.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Oh?
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long. as was the case in Rito.
Can I cuddle the puppy? I don't like that there's not a pet dog option in this game. I would like to be able to pet the dogs.
So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived.
Right?
But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. Though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Oh boy.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Give her some food, she'll forgive you.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My
Right, the
apologies.
devs. I have literally, I think I've put that in every survey that they sent out, that I was like, I would like an option to pet the dogs.
Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you?
Rules are meant to be broken. By me,
Naturally,
no one
this is
else.
due to your unwavering and resolute determination.
Yeah, that's it, and not my greed.
A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck...
Oh, Kazuha's friend.
Ah, so you've heard of his story.
Oh.
His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located.
Okay,
But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
okay.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Okay. Sightseeing, this we can do. At least you're not telling me to, like, go get something for you. Everyone sees me and thinks, fetch quest. Alright. Oh, is it the one with the wings up there? I think I went there by accident before. Because there's a waypoint over there. Ooh. Yay, sparkles. Hey guys, how's it going? See, like there's doggos everywhere, and I can't ever pet them, but they're so cute. Oh, there it is.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
There's the creepy ass statue. Alright, let's see.
This area sure feels gloomy.
Yeah.
People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree.
Yeah, before we got here, we were warned.
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts.
And this city is the city of eternity? Like, that's what she's looking
As for
for?
Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
Okay, got that right.
The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma.
Okay.
As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement.
Well, that's pretty shitty.
The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
So, like, no progress? They're all just stagnant? That sounds awful.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt Decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, and this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Yeah.
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun.
Well, yeah, of course, because we're dumb.
And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Oof.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
What was that sound? Just I was the only one who heard it. Of course, I'm hearing
Sound?
voices.
What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then...
I could hear
And
the
then
sound
what?
of people's aspirations.
Aspirations?
Oh, I wonder if they're coming from the visions.
That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor.
No, but what I do remember is that Kazuha said that visions, like, activate when people, along with their owners, I guess ambitions is a good enough word.
That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition.
Right.
So if what you just said is true,
I'm hearing the voices of all the people that it was stolen from, because, you know.
then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. All right.
I don't have any.
Time
I don't
for the
have a
next stop
vision.
on
I
our
clearly
tour
have
of
no
Narukami
ambition.
Island,
Just
the
greed.
Kamisato residence.
Finally!
I know that he said we're gonna meet the young mistress, which is Ayaka. I'm wondering if I get to meet Ayato as well. Ayato. I've already gotten the waypoint for that. Did some exploring. Let's see. I was looking for the electro-oculus things.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Hard to top the Jade Chamber. I'm gonna go with the Jade Chamber. Like, the Dawn Winery is nice, but the Jade Chamber is floating in the sky.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
I'm excited to meet
Is
her.
this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
This is slightly anticlimactic.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times.
Well, that is the
At
goal.
present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
I'm just here to meet the Raiden Shogun. I did not come here to start a rebellion. I mean, but that's kind of what I do.
Oh,
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
Gonna leave now.
no, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
Are we talking small,
wishes?
like Paimon
They
small?
pertain to
or...
3 whose visions were taken from them.
Oh,
Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
3 visionless people. Okay.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
All right.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
I planned to help you from the beginning. I know that like the dialogue options don't allow for that, but of course I'm gonna help. I'm the protagonist. I have one job. To save the day. And look good doing it. I say, and then I'm gonna get into a fight and get my ass kicked. And it's gonna be like, oh. At least I looked good while it happened. Venti always looks good. Alright, let's see what we got.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Alright. Tsushima. Alright, Mahiru.
You must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay.
Is that why I'm here?
Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him.
Clearly he's ready to retire.
But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
Alright, Kenjiro, tell me what's up.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree.
Yeah?
It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person.
Well, when someone takes your ambition away, yeah, that would change you.
I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer.
Kind of like Kazuha, that's what he's doing, he's wandering.
Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Poor guy.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
Oh, now we get to talk to him after I get the melons. Excuse me for a moment. I'm gonna steal your lavender melon. Now I'll come talk to you. Now that I've stolen your food. Let's be friends.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
The Shogun stole from him, I'd be pissed.
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay.
Well, everyone depends on you.
True, but that's not why I chose to stay here, and what made me want to come here 30 years ago. And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions, because I can't remember anymore.
Oh.
Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone.
So do they forget what their goal was? Like what their ambition was, and it just cuts out every part of that particular memory?
In the past,
That is
I knew
a
I wanted
problem.
to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, too! Maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Paimon, have you never tried to remember something you've forgotten? Because that's not how it works.
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
Read your diary.
I keep a diary?
Oh, jeez.
If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Am I gonna have to help him find his diary?
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
I mean, isn't it important that you're keeping him here, so you should be helping me look for the diary? Just saying.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Oh. Never mind, I don't need their help, it's right there.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish.
Yum.
I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab.
Oh, jeez.
I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life.
It's kind of nice, though.
Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
Conveniently panning in to show me the shrine in case I was confused as to where it was. Which, with my sense of direction, I would be. Alright,
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
Yes, let's go give it to him. See if it helps restore his memories. Alright. Here. Oh. Maybe not. Oh. Okay.
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years?
Like a person?
Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look.
Please don't be a person.
It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago.
Okay.
Konda Village.
We become separated
Sounds
during
so
the war. Go
familiar.
wait for me.
Where is
Oh.
that place again?
This place.
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Wonder who he was waiting for. I mean, it's probably gonna tell us. standing there now.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting.
Yes.
And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye.
It does, actually. Time moves very quickly.
How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared. No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it.
That's awful.
It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
Do you still plan on leaving?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing.
Yeah, he needs his vision back.
Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
Losing a reason to feel sad is maybe the saddest thing of all.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier.
Well, and the worst bit is it's not even that they lost them. They were stolen. Their hopes and dreams were stolen.
At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
For the moment.
Well, let's go find the next person.
Oh, these are all gonna be depressing, aren't they? Oh, man. Because it's gonna be like, we need to entice her to help us.
According to Miss Kamisato,
Let's tell you sad stories.
The second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you go tell him. You tell him, buddy. How dare they exist outside? Okie dokie, we'll talk to that samurai in just a second. First, we're gonna talk to this kid. Hey, Midori. I didn't want to talk to you, Koichi. I wanted to talk to Midori. Talk to you in a minute. I want to talk to her. There we go. Kind of new story. New story told by Uncle Ramsey. He said he's been to many countries and seen many interesting things. In order to record these things, he wrote something called a travel log. Oh. He showed me a lot of his travel logs. For example, there's a kind of iron carriage that flies in the sky in Fontaine. Fontaine, Sumeru, and Snezhnaya. Those are three nations that I'm not sure, like, Snezhnaya, I'm pretty sure, is the Cryo Archon. I'm not sure about Fontaine or Sumeru. Fontaine, iron carriage that flies in the sky. Runs along an invisible road. It takes no time to travel from one end of the village to the other. That's really cool. Special kind of grass in Sumeru. Oh, that might be Dendro then. which can be planted anywhere. It can be planted in soil, water, or sand. Once it's planted, it will sprout and grow. There's a kind of, boat that can stay at the bottom of the sea for a long time. Submarine. By riding in that boat, people can go to the deep sea to do all kinds of things and see all kinds of fish. Tell you about Shneznaya? I don't think so. That's fair. It's not the point. Recently, Uncle Ramsey stopped sending me his travelogues for some reason, so I'm running out of stories to tell Koichi. I know that Uncle Ramsey has been staying at the Komore Teahouse. I wanted to go find him, but the gatekeeper, Sister Kozue, I don't know, wouldn't let me in because I'm a kid. You look old enough. Can you help me ask Uncle Ramsey what happened to the travelogues? Not that old. You look like a reliable person, so please help me. I'm an adult. You be proud of your age, traveler. Means you've survived a long time. Look forward to reading Uncle Ramsey's new travelogue. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll be headed back there eventually, I'm sure. Puppy, look how cute he is. Look at his little face and his little wagging tail. Oh. Alright.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for
this was the one
maintaining
helping
law
with the
and
Vision
order
Hunt
in
decree.
Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
He legitimately doesn't remember.
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
Do I look like I'm in a gang? Actually, don't answer that.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter.
Thought you were worried I was part of a gang.
This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him?
Because he was a good person and he doesn't remember.
Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
Yes, we should. We should actually talk to people. Instead of just assuming he's a terrible person. Hey dude, what up?
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
We've heard you lost your vision recently.
That's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
You probably helped someone else with a vision? A void? losing their vision, and then he had his taken.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself.
Okay.
If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
I will do this thing.
But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say.
Yeah.
We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Okay. Upper. Alright. Are they just like right there? Ooh, there's some plants I can harvest too. Oh yeah. Yes, what up?
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
Nah.
You demand, boss.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson.
Yup.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Get out of here!
Get back! You're open.
Think you can get away?
Get back!
The wrong test subject.
Aw, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know?
I mean, yes, I do know, actually.
Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Tell us all you know about Kurosawa.
Kurosawa? Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside.
Well,
I didn't want
gimme.
anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back.
You were gonna hide it from your friends?
But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this.
Yep.
As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
I'm gonna grab these.
Brace yourself.
Freeze!
Adventure time.
Cool it!
Activate a boat. Oh, there he is.
What's the hurry?
Yahoo! Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Yep, you're meant to go over there, my friend. Go for it. other one over
Wonder
there.
how many bottles this will be worth.
We'll back up first. There we go. Oh, is that inside the thing? That's fine. Let's see if we can get this loot over here. It's insufficient. Darn, I need more electro-oculus thingamajiggers. To that I said no. Look at the big guy, I'm like, yeah, no. We're not gonna fight him. Tokyo Drift the boat. It's not like the Rayards, thankfully. Alright. Anyway, tell me what's up.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something?
He wasn't, oh god, he wasn't getting emergency rations. He was taking out IOUs and getting food from her and claiming they were emergency rations. They weren't.
Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it. Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Hey, General Ginyu. Happy Saturday.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're not paying
We're
his
just here
debts.
to learn where they all came from.
Yeah, we're not spending our hard-earned muns.
How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account.
Yeah, he would claim that they were emergency rations to the people, but really he was just going into debt, trying to help people stay alive. So that's why. He actually wasn't getting emergency rations. He was, but he wasn't getting them from the Shogun. He was getting them from her.
However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost.
He spent his entire salary
he started
on their
writing
food.
out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions.
Yep.
But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people...
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
Yeah.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed.
Yeah, you can't
As
please
for
everyone.
why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
He won't remember he lost his vision.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for.
Even I, as like a really greedy person, know that
But
everything
before
doesn't
you
have a
go,
price.
If
There's
you
some
would
things you
kindly
can't buy.
settle today's bill.
But we...
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry.
I mean...
I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
I mean, how about I just don't, like, beat the shit out of you?
At least we now know where the
My
emergency
months.
provisions are coming from. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
Okay. We'll go around that way because there is a exclamation point we can... Down here. Aratani. How am I supposed to contact these two authors in this situation? Ooh, okay. It's you. Thank goodness you're here. I was just in need of someone's help. Here's the problem. The Publishing House's annual novel writing competition is about to begin, and as is our rule, we plan to invite a few of our writers to serve on the judging panel. However, we have two writers who are neither Inazuman, nor do they currently reside in Inazuma. Right, one of them is, Shincho. As you know, the present circumstances prevent us from inviting outlanders here. Oh. But if we fail to inform the writers of such an important matter, that would also be inappropriate. So I thought that if someone could at least send them a gift, the basic courtesies would at least be satisfied. We also could attach a letter to discussing future manuscripts. I mean, would you be willing to help out? Sure. Counting on you, traveler. Chang the Ninth's story, known as The First Apprentice of Guha, is a tale about the first apprentice of a famed martial arts school. Yep, I know that one. If you were to ask me, the themes and the plot are a little outdated by this point, but enough readers buy it to keep sales up. We often ask people to send letters to him and suggest certain changes he might. We've never received a reply. Perhaps the letters are lost? Zhenyu, I know this one. The Legend of the Sword. Where do I find this writer then? Believe this writer also lives in Liyue. According to the traveling merchant who brought this book back to Inazuma, he first found this text at One Wen Book House. I think if you ask the staff, you should be able to find this author. However, never mind for now. Here are the presents and the letters I've been putting... Okay, yep, I'll take care of it. I'll head back there eventually. Kitty. You can't pet the cat either. Ugh.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Alright, Kurosawa. I know the truth.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often.
I mean, maybe not. That's kind of scary.
Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
Actually, you recount your encounter with the treasure hoarders and the conversation with Aoi.
Sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was?
It was.
I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation?
Because you're kind. Stupidly kind.
I really don't understand.
The kind of kind that results in, like, no thanks.
But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also the kind person who doesn't look for thanks. Mind if we have a look?
This sword, was once wielded by my father.
Yep.
I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely.
I mean, a sword is not a toy.
What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either.
Oh, that is sad that he doesn't remember
It
things
would
from his
seem
father.
that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember, all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice.
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience.
Again, it's not losing the ambition, it was stolen from them. Stolen by their ruler, which is awful.
Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision.
Well, and isn't Raiden Shogun a character you can get? So she can't be like super bad. Like what is her deal?
Let's go find the next poor soul.
I want to know what her deal is. She seems, just from what, taking people's visions, not feeling bad about it, she seems like a terrible person. I'm sure she thinks she has a good reason.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts.
Mm-hmm.
Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive.
Okay.
This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Oh, looks like he's talking to a student.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine.
Oh, they're both his students.
Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though?
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Tell us your
Who
story.
are you?
Someone sent to solve a problem.
Don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately!
I don't harass children.
Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
We're here to become disciples.
Disciples?
Yes.
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here.
We are most definitely not.
Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
Well, we'll just wait here so patiently till he's recovered.
I see you are earnest in your pursuit.
Yes.
Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave.
Okay.
Sensei's name is Domon.
Domon.
A name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight.
Okay.
He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him.
Okay.
But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since.
Yep.
He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train.
Oh.
Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island.
I've heard of it. I've been up
The
there.
head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself.
Oh.
Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine.
Except he's struggling because the Shogun took his vision, so I'm not sure that shrine maidens who are closely associated with the Shogun would help.
The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
I am interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Okay, can do that. Let's just do a little time skippity skip. Oh. Talk to... Oh, is it already time?
Shh.
Don't even have to skip
So you
time?
decided to come.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away.
It's because he didn't know?
It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past.
Okay.
One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him. So the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon.
Absolutely.
Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
If he wakes up? Is that him? No, don't run away. Come back.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Yep.
Is this definitely the right place?
Yes.
Let's look a little further up.
There he is.
Aha! Suspicious person sighted! Let's go!
How did you catch up with me
I
so
ran.
quickly?
I ran on my healthy legs.
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does.
I mean, I feel like that was normal running speed. I think you're just old.
Unless... I guess it's been a few years.
Maybe his skills have improved again.
Are you his disciple friend who he defeated and became a wanderer?
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts?
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day. Long before you ever showed up.
Rude.
I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
His senior?
Yep.
Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai. Yes,
Anzai.
that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again.
Why?
When we were young, we trained under the same sword master, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together.
Okay.
I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple.
Okay.
Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world.
Well, I mean, that's what he wanted to do.
Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
I mean, that's pretty admirable.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art.
I thought y'all didn't care about rank or title.
Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations from me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Make-Yoshi Sui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten.
Nah.
So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
So, I don't think he's possessed. I think he's just, you know, he lost his ambition and it was his entire life. It was his entire world. So now he has literally nothing, and all of his memories are probably gone because it's everything connected to your ambition.
You're saying he isn't possessed?
Nope.
Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
His vision was taken, that's what's wrong.
Nanako, please, try not to get agitated.
I am sorry.
With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai!
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities.
Oh, hi. Happy Saturday. I hope it's going well for you. So far, so good. Just,
I am
continuing
unable
the story.
to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Lady Yai! Again, I met her in the festival.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting.
Right? I'm so excited to actually meet her officially in-game.
I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
As soon as possible, as a matter of fact.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
You are always
No,
looking for fights,
that's
Nanako.
not what I meant at all.
Always
you
looking for
misunderstand
fights.
me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
I will gladly join you.
Sure.
I want
After
to
all,
meet the
everyone
Miko.
seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too.
Yes.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Maybe. I doubt it, but possible. Yay. Yes, go to the Grand Shrine. I shall. Oh, I get to meet her officially. I'm so excited. Okay. Here we go.
Do you think that's Lady Yai?
Yes, it is. Look at her with her pink hair.
No wonder Junyo is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
She totally did.
It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Right.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I like that. She's
I'm
like,
sorry.
"Meh."
It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness.
Oh shit.
As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
I mean, his entire existence
Your school
was his ambition.
practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the Swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest Swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei.
Oh, does she mean the Shogun?
To think he's been
Because she
suffering
clearly
so
doesn't
greatly.
approve of the vision
I'm
snatching.
sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Anzai.
That's enough.
Oh, Anzai.
Huh? Isn't that Anzai? Where did he come from?
To the rescue! The power of friendship shall prevail!
The whole way here?
Anzai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day.
The power of almost friendship.
I couldn't face
Rivalry?
the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best.
Like
But
no
what
one
if it was
ever
all a
was.
huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
And if pirates ever show up, she'll
Nanako's
kick
far
their
from
asses.
the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
All two of you?
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me.
Oof.
So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
So stick around,
You
guys.
can count on
Anzai.
that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again.
Oh.
But I am
Almost the
now
power
used to
of
the life of a
friendship.
wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
Yes, because I want to talk to Lady Ai now. My turn. Go home. Your business is done. Mine is just starting. Maybe?
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Seems as good a resolution as we can hope for.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
Yes, please.
So, my intuition was correct.
Yes, ma'am?
The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Okay. Come back.
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Don't leave!
Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. But for now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would a gliding be...
Keep back! I don't think I have any to turn in, but let's just check. Yeah, no, I need 2 more. Wait. Yeah, you only have 23. I was looking at the right place. I was like, wait. They all look different. I'm always confused. All right, back to Ayaka and Toma, who I also love. Also love them. You know, I was just really excited to see Miko. It's okay. It's okay that she just left and said it wasn't time for us to talk. It's fine. I don't feel that rejection. I'll get over it somehow. Maybe I'll find some money. I like money. Let's see. Ooh, here we go.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Is something wrong? Huh? Where are they? Toma! Okay, we're fine. There's Ayaka. She's so cute.
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
The damage done by losing a vision can't be completely undone.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
'Cause now we're worthy? I don't know.
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends.
Yay.
As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Ooh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? No. Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
No, we're all friends here, Paimon.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining.
She is.
Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Friend request accepted.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions.
Yeah.
What are your feelings on what you have seen?
It seems to be a fate worse than death. Yeah.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure.
I have to live as one, so yes.
It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
I will help you fight the Vision Hunt Decree.
You will?
I would have done that in the
Really?
first place, but it didn't give me the dialogue option.
Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komore Teahouse? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Is there anyone else here? Kami, Sato, Ayaka, and Toma take you once more to the Komore. Oh, there's another job I have for you too, so...
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
Toma, I miss you. Come back.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
Yep.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
What kind of god is the Raiden Shogun? Is no one else fighting the Vision Hunt? Have you raised a formal objection? She probably has.
The
Who else
issue
is
is
fighting?
this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever.
Because most people don't have visions.
After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Human nature.
Nevertheless,
Not their problem.
in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems.
Oh.
But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree.
That was something that came up in the festival. Lady Yai and the other priestess chick, the one with the fish, they were meeting for the first time. What kind of god?
The almighty Shogun. I have seen her on but only a few occasions. Most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion.
Oh, jeez.
In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
I wonder if she cut herself off. Like, all of Barbados is super old. Rex Lapis was super old. Like, he still is as Zhongli. But like, is it the same with her? Like, she's super old, so she just like cut that off because it hurts to live that long and watch everything change. And any one you might care about, they die. Like, they just don't live that long. But I mean, Rex Lapis had the Adepti, so.
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree.
Oh.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Okay.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree.
Okay.
For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
Oh, so that they would take the counterfeit one and leave them their real one because they wouldn't know. That's smart.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Child could make a fake talisman of permission, so...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
Must have been where Venti went.
The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Shoot.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt.
It's become my duty.
By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone.
I mean, I don't mind, I'm ready.
When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Nagonohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
Yes. Yes, I know who that is. That is... Where is she? She's probably at the top. This one. She's the fireworks girl. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Nice. Alright, any other ones? Nope. Oh, apparently yes, because I missed one. That one. Celia's. Celia achievement. I always appreciate those. Alright. Flower blooms in prison. Yes, it does. I was supposed to talk to someone here at the Teahouse. It wasn't you. Was it you? No, it was somebody's uncle. By Uncle something or other. Ooh, sparklies.
What delicious tea.
Wait, owner? What? The doggo is the owner? Oh, he's so cute, I love him. Who's a handsome doggy? You are. Yeah, you are. You're so cute, I love you. Ooh. Oh, there's a chest here. Oh.
What delicious tea.
180,000 Mora? Yes! No one saw me take that. No one. There is only this momentary video evidence that will never be... Nope. Toma, hi.
Hey, all finished? I've been keeping watch, and I'm happy to report that everything is fine and dandy.
Okay. Right. Let's come this way. Just jump down from above. Oh. Yep, that looks like a situation. So of course I should have Venti walk up.
You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered. And we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time. You'd best save yourself the trouble.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold, can we?
Let's do this.
Psst. Hey, wait.
What?
Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention.
Yes.
Come on, this way.
Okay. Okay.
What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help?
Shh, quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment.
Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh?
Oh, she has a vision.
Wait, you do have a vision.
Yeah.
Shh. If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right. Here, take it.
Wise choice. All right, let's go.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it?
No, nobody thinks about that.
This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya.
Oh, no.
Sorry about that.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
She and Klee got along really well in the festival.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's nice to meet you.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too?
We were just on our way to rescue him.
You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently.
Yes, we were sent to talk to you about it.
But if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if I join you instead?
I agree to these terms.
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station.
Okay.
I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Okay.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
Dun dun dun.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Mr. Masakatsu. We're on our way.
Time to break him out.
Jailbreak. But saying that, I know it's a little early, but I'm going to be ending my stream a little bit early today. I'm going to go grab a lunch. I have some adulting to do before I start D&D today. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will be continuing this tomorrow, same time, 11 a.m. to hopefully 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully I'll see you again, and if not, be safe and have a great day. Bye.